AP Calculus FRQ Part 2 with graphical explanation. Let's go. So we already talked about this problem, particle moving in a curve at time t, where x t y to measure in centimeters, known as the x prime of t, the x component of the velocity, and the y prime of t y component is given at time t, 2 seconds. The particle is at this point. So in choice B, in question B, we have find the total distance traveled by a particle over the time interval between 0 and 2 seconds. Okay, so they're asking us to find the distance traveled, not the displacement. Okay, so we need to integrate between that interval between 0 and 2 of the speed. And remember, we said the speed was the square root of the x component of the velocity vector and the y component of the velocity vector squared in under a root under the square root. So that is the speed. So again, coming back to our example, this is the curve, this is the particle at time t equals 2 seconds. So basically, let's assume that this is at time 0. We don't exactly know that, just for assumption's sake. And what we need to do then, we need to find the distance traveled over the interval. We need to accumulate, basically, by integrating between 0 and 2, we need to accumulate the distance, the total distance traveled between 0 and 2. And so when we do that using this integration, then we will get to the total distance traveled. So we are going to integrate the speed, not the velocity here. Extremely important difference, because the distance is what's being asked, not displacement. Okay, so then we can go ahead and set up our problem then using what we have for the speed. The square root of x prime of t squared plus y prime of t squared, and so this is what we will end up having out here that I'm highlighting. The 8t minus t2, this is given to us squared, that's the x prime of t, plus this is the y prime of t, and then we can just go ahead and put that into our graphing scientific calculator. And when I go ahead and do that, and if we can have another time when I can show you how to actually input that if you're interested in that. But we inputted that into the scientific calculator, and we get this answer of the distance. The distance, total distance, is basically going to be is this right here. So is 15. So we are going to use x, of course, in the calculator instead of t. So it's going to be 15.902 centimeters is the distance that has been traveled from t of 0 to t of time of 2. Okay, so that is the total distance traveled from t of 0 is t of 2. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below, and please look out for part 3 of this FRQ. I'll talk to you in the next problem. Bye. Have a nice day.